did it go?
We are live, y'all. Welcome in. Going live on YouTube. I mean, on Instagram. We waiting for Tia.
Where did it just go?
What's up? What's up, y'all? As you come in, hit the like button if you haven't subscribed yet. Subscribe. Can y'all hear me okay with that music?
I don't hear music.
Yeah, I don't hear music
I
either.
don't hear music. Never mind then. There's no music. Okay. Well, while we're waiting for Tia, hey ladies!
Hey, Rob.
So glad y'all came through. I want I made our introduction thing, so I'm gonna wait till Tia comes in to
Oh,
put
with
it
the
together.
pictures?
Yeah, the intro to the show. So
I-
this is a every other Sunday thing that we're gonna start doing with this group of ladies. Do y'all want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, my name's Trinity. And I am the daughter of Coach. You went back to Dr. Coach.
Yeah.
Dr. Marjorie.
I mean, I just won't have it on my channel, but yeah.
Okay. I am the daughter.
I'm Yahira, and I'm the niece of Dr. Marjorie.
Okay. And we're waiting for one more soldier. I don't know what she's doing. I told her if she need help, let me know. She said she had to do something different with her camera. There she go. And
sorry, guys. I don't know how to work this thing. I thought we were doing Zoom.
No, you got it. You got it.
Hey, Tia.
Hi, guys. I can't even see y'all because I'm on my phone. So sorry.
So you can't see us? No, but you can hear
No.
though. You can hear, right?
Get the heads up. But hey, y'all.
This is day one.
I'm my beautiful nieces and sis-in-law.
This is day one, so it's probably gonna be a little raggedy. We didn't really have no rehearsal or nothing.
No.
So introduce yourself, Tia, darling.
Hi, are we live right now? Are we going?
Yes, we're live.
Hey, I'm Tia. I'm Trinity and Yahira's aunt, and I'm Margie's Dr. Margie, sis-in-law.
Yes.
She's married to my brother.
These are our peoples, and I just have to say, you ladies are four of the most beautiful, sweetest, wisest women I know. Some that I know personally, that I actually know. You know what I'm saying? Like I know you ladies.
Your Margie, ditto.
You ladies are powerful, really, really, and I love you guys. So y'all know today's topic. I got word from my mother-in-law that my sister-in-law said I don't know what I'm talking about with the dating. So that's what y'all here for, to help.
I said she's been in the love with her life, of her life since she was 13. I said I know more about dating in these streets than she do. That's what I said.
Yes.
That's what I said.
These are facts.
Okay.
These are facts. And so yeah, that's why I wanted to do this, because I feel like that is relevant to all you ladies. Like y'all are actually out there in these streets. Y'all actually out there in the streets.
I don't like the way that sounds. Can we think of a different name?
We're not in the street.
Why you gotta be out in the street? It can just be like out of our homes.
My bad. I thought we was outside. My bad. I'm outside.
I know. You know?
I don't know.
So they not in them kind of streets, but they know what it's like out there in the real life dating.
Yeah.
My perspective of dating is getting people marriage minded. That's my idea of dating. But I also understand that this is not a reality.
In 2025.
In 2025, I understand. So before I start talking, I want y'all to see our intro.
Okay, I'm excited to see that.
Okay.
Period.
That's so cute.
Really chose that picture. I'm glad you chose that picture.
Yeah.
I
Tia's
love it.
chair.
Cute.
Tia's chair was so fire. I'm like, I had to find a way to copy the chair.
You did that. That's
'Cause it's-
dope.
That's really nice. Oh,
That's
that's
really
nice.
cute.
Yeah. So I thank you guys for doing this. We're gonna be doing this every 2 weeks, every other Sunday. We're doing
Oh.
Wifery Garden every other Sunday. So because I know y'all have lives. And I have a life. My Sundays are very busy, and I really don't be feeling like doing nothing on no Saturday. So we're gonna do this every 2 weeks. So I sent the link out to a bunch of folks. We'll see who all comes through and watches. But if not, it's day one. It's only day one.
I can't
Day
see
one,
it.
son.
So we're like live right now, like
Live on YouTube,
Live.
Facebook, and Instagram.
Hey,
How are you not? You use the StreamYard on your phone, right?
y'all. Yeah, but
How are you? Because I'm using it on my phone too.
Yeah.
you know I'm a little slow, Trent. I don't know. I need you to help me get it on my computer.
So you can't see us at all?
No, I can see y'all, but y'all really
just really
tiny.
small.
Y'all know I can't see.
You don't have a laptop. You don't have a laptop.
Yeah, but it wasn't doing on the camera because I can't allow access. It's a whole thing.
So
Wait
yeah,
for it,
we'll probably do a rehearsal so you can work things, so you can figure things out a little better. Okay, so first topic for today. What is dating like today? Who wants to go first? Is it?
I think it's very ghetto. Just putting it out there. I think it's very ghetto. I think that a lot of men kind of act like women a little bit. Like that whole being catered to and like you do this for me too and I want flowers too.
That's my sister.
It's just like, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. And a lot of people are not focused on marriage. They just dating just to date and to say that they with somebody because they don't want to be alone. But personally, I've been doing good being alone because dating out there is a little ghetto.
Hello.
A little bit.
Yep.
Okay. Who else?
You know, and I think it's crazy because it's like the more you have your stuff together and the more beautiful you are, the worse it is. Oh no, but let you be overweight, nasty, ugly. Oh, you get niggas. Oh, niggas is flocking. I don't know what it is. I'm like, I mean, they flocking now, but I mean, like, it was the people that get wifed, I've noticed, are the like people that you would be like, well, dang, how did they? What? How did they? Well, maybe I just need to humble myself. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I don't know, but I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know.
For me, it's kind of both. It's kind of like peace. It's still peaceful, but it's difficult when it comes to like I have, when it comes to if you are more so on the attractive side, it can be a slightly more difficult just because that's kind of why a lot of men date you, where it's like they don't really care about your personality or if you're intelligent. Then this is not all, but I've noticed in past dating experiences, it's like they don't really care if you're smart, they don't care if you're funny, they don't care. It's like as long as you look good and they could walk around with you, that's kind of all that matters. For not most of the time, but a lot of the time. It can be difficult.
I can agree with that. It like feels like street credit or like you're for show or something weird like that. It's a weird little game that they like to play.
I've heard that if you're so beautiful, they almost don't see you as human. Where you're not really like, you know what I mean? Like you don't fart, you don't burp, you don't supposed to have any natural bodily functions. You're not human. You're too beautiful to be human. So when you have a thought that doesn't align with what they think you should think, it might turn them off because you actually think and say words.
Yeah, me feeling that way.
Yeah. So it's almost like I told somebody you have to almost find someone who doesn't find you attractive, who doesn't think you're all that beautiful, which is impossible, right? It's like impossible. I can't help how fine we are. But yeah, it's like I don't know how to explain, but like you got to find somebody that's not impressed with your beauty.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody that gets women and they're like, I'm so used to having a pretty girl. Like, bring me something else. Give me some substance.
Yeah.
That's the man I want. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot easier when if you're like dating a guy who, like he said, like he already, so it's like, I want a woman who can actually talk and who can have conversation and she's smart and she's caring and
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to the ones who like don't really get women who don't really, it's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because I feel like I've dated some ugly dudes, and
About to say.
no, for real, like they be ugly, like like when I look back at like pictures or whatever, everybody be telling me like on the sly, like he kind of ugly, but I'm like, no, he cute to me, like whatever. But then at the end of the day, after we break up, now he think he's so cute, like now he aims and he trying to get cute girls, and I'm like, do you know that started with me?
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's so weird, like when you're dating like an ugly guy, and then all of a sudden girls find him attractive because you're with him. That's how you know you're cute.
Yes.
If you date an ugly guy, and the girls around you start flocking him, you cute.
That
Wow.
was the
They
African dude that I dated. Chicozy. He was ugly. Nobody was messing with him. And then all of a sudden, you messing with the kid. You got me. Now all of a sudden, he got DMs. Bitch. Excuse me. Like,
we lied, dear. We lied.
Sorry.
Let
Like,
her I told her to be herself.
you're a 2 at most. I'm a 9. You look. Come on. Oh, that pissed me off. And them other dudes will do you the worst. Oh, you think you gonna get played by the cute guys? Oh no! Oh, them ugly dudes. Oh, they'll do you.
Ugly dudes is dangerous.
Oh,
especially if you give them attention.
Yeah,
they dangerous.
Trent said, "Define cute."
Define cute, because like sometimes, like me too, we have two different tastes.
Yeah.
What her cute is not my cute, and what my cute is not her cute. Like I like rough looking. Don't nobody want to approach them because they're an intimidating looking type of men. Those are the type of guys I prefer, and they're usually like they're cool.
I don't know. I like
you don't like rough looking dudes.
I don't, but
oh, okay then. What?
Her said she like white boys.
I like white boys. So.
Like white boys.
Ain't no shame in my game. I like me some white chocolate, because them white chocolate dudes, when they get a black girl, they be treating them like, I be getting all type of gifts and stuff. I got a kitty, so.
I think I'll pass respectfully.
I try to date outside my race, honey, and every time I do, I was talking to her about that. They are so sexual. Like, dang, I get it. Yeah. You try to have sex, but dang, relax.
I've experienced that more with it's weird. I've experienced that more with black dudes than dudes of other races.
Mine's the opposite.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
I jumped on a live for another channel. I really like them. They have a panel, but they were talking about, because there's this thing about, black women are the least desirable, and that's not what it is. It's not that black women are the least desirable. It's that black women are the least desirable to marry, but everybody want a black woman. Everybody want to taste a black woman. Everybody want to try them out. It's not that they're the least desirable.
A little trial run.
Oh yeah,
so they can tell all their friends, yeah, I was with a black girl.
Yeah. So it's not even that they're the least desirable. Everybody of every race, you be seeing these Asian dudes be talking to these black girls, they be so infatuated. They be infatuated.
And I be having these they ain't Mexican, but Spanish dudes at my job. just will stare at me, and I can see
Yeah.
him at the corner of my eye.
Yeah.
And I turn around, and he's just sitting there like smiling and cheesing.
Oh yeah.
He's
yeah.
in awe of you.
Yes.
But black
that's
women have
it.
always been sexualized, even before we had the ability to sexualize ourselves.
Preach.
Now
for sure.
we just make it worse because we actually choose to do it now.
Yeah.
So it just makes it completely worse.
Yeah, we sexualize ourselves for sure.
Good point.
But a man is in the building. Most men are not used to beautiful women with integrity. Weird. Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
That's actually very true because honestly, I have been told like to my face that this dude I was dating. So I was dating the Latin King, right? This big gangbanger or whatever.
A Latin King. Okay.
Okay. Best friend, stop. So I was dating the Latin King from Chicago, whatever. But he had told me that he wasn't really comfortable with me because I wasn't really like, I was, a little lover girl. Like I was in awe of him. Like this was when I was real broken. Okay. Cut me some slack. But I was really in awe of him because I'm like, he just fascinated me. Like he dangerous. Like I like how he dangerous. So, but he told me like to my face, basically like, I'm more comfortable with the ghetto Chicago girl. And I just was looking like, but I actually was able to understand that. I was like, you know what? You have to work with me. You're not able to just be with me and I just let you go off and do drugs or do this or do that and do that. You actually have to work with me. So it makes sense why you're not comfortable with me because I'm going to check you. I'm going to check you and be like, you look stupid. You sound stupid. You are stupid. The other girl just going to be like, yeah, I'm going to get in the car, babe. Let's do it together. No, I'm not that girl. Now, you fascinate me, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to jail. I'm too cute. So, but I have been told that. So, it's definitely interesting.
It is so crazy. Like, Yahira, I still, like, you date? Like, stop.
I'm not 5 anymore.
I know. I'm like, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're talking about thugs and gang members? Oh,
yeah. Ew.
I've been best friend. I'm changing. But I'm not going to lie. Every dude that I've ever dated has had a gun. Every dude that I've ever dated has had a gun, has been in some sort of gang affiliation. I've dated Bloods. I've dated Latin Kings. I've dated...
Are Latin Kings, are those the gang names? Because you're saying Latin King. Is that like a name?
Yeah, that's the name of the game.
Yeah, that's the name of the game.
Okay. I thought you were like saying like, oh, I dated me a Latin King. Like you're calling.
No, not like royalty.
No.
I'm like, what? I've never heard that.
No, not royalty. Gang affiliation, gang bangers.
I don't think there's anything wrong with a gun. I think it's different if they're toting it. And,
toting.
Like it's gang affiliated. Yeah.
It's not like the only guy that I've dated or talked to or whatever. Actually, you two met him or whatever when y'all came to Chicago. He's the only one that has a gun still, but he in the army. So it's a little different. But the guys that I've dated, they're toting it. Like, I've literally FaceTimed a lot of my boyfriends that are just sitting there playing with guns, and I'd be like,
"Yeah, you did just small Pookie Ray Rays."
Yeah, yeah.
Ray Rays.
But I'm not
that with dudes with guns. I be getting scared of dudes with guns. Like if I see that you have a gun, I'm automatically not interested. So I be thinking like I talk too much shit for a man gonna get mad at me. Then all of a sudden he just gonna get mad and shoot me, and I can't be with no man with no gun.
It's definitely a possibility because I got a mouth too. My mouth be popping. I be popping up at the guns. But the guys that I've dated that I've noticed, they're attracted to that though. Like they're attracted to, like there's been times where I've gotten mad and I've cussed out my boyfriend and he starts smiling at me. It's a very scary game to play.
Yeah.
No, I don't play that. When they start smiling, I'm too paranoid. I
grew up with gangsters. Like it's just different because of the way I grew up. Like I grew up around stuff like that, so it's not really like scary to me. Yeah, because like my daddy, was one of the biggest gangbangers in Denver. Like my family, like the Abram last name is a big name to hold. You Google us, it's gang affiliation, it's all that. So it's like when I go outside and I date, it's gonna inevitably be a guy that I've been around. I'm used to that. It's not really
You don't,
scary to me.
but you don't have to be that because that's what you grew up around. Like, think of safety because these dudes got guns around. Even
They don't play, and
yeah, I'm
they'll
like,
do it in a
and they
heartbeat. You
will,
say
they
the
will,
wrong thing.
But
It's over.
I definitely could say like I'm grateful because once I started to change, I've really lost my desire to date or to really associate myself with men because I want to change so much inside of myself before I even go back out. Because you attract people on your level. So when I was attracting gangbangers and that was the level that I was on. I was coming out of certain situations in my life. But me being at college to be a lawyer, I don't think I would look very good with some Latin king. I don't think people wouldn't take me serious. Like if my husband's this big gangbanger and I'm just a lawyer, they're not gonna take me serious. They're not gonna want me on their case. That's not cute. So
you be arm candy.
Yeah. But the more that I grow, the more that my attraction to different types of men change. And now I can say, like, with my dad being in my life, it's changed. What?
Do you see grandma's responses?
Yeah.
You see her say, what's on there right now? What the hell?
She said, you have standards when you was talking. She said, so you be arm candy with the gangsters.
Yeah.
And she said, what the hell?
It's true.
And then she said, it takes a real man to handle a real woman.
This is true.
All right, I'm going to show this quick clip. I can't get my other screen on, but I'm going to still show it anyway. We're going to show this clip anyway. Corey Holcomb talking about how hard it is to find a good woman. Can y'all see it?
Yes.
Yeah, barely.
Okay.
She was a little girl with the little basic hair hat on, the eyelashes glued to the skin because the real hair gone from right there.
Yeah. And
that's what she was. And I was like, bitch, look, I left. It's witnesses. They was like, damn, Corey just got here about 3 minutes ago. I left because it was too many loose, unattended.
Bitch.
Thank you. Too many loose, unattended, little. Same thing happened to Big Mike. Could have happened to me. What if I'd have pushed her from my umbrella and she'd have failed me like, Then it would have been a warrant out for Corey. You pushed the girl down.
And this comedian Marcus.
You want to share his number?
I think his name is Marcus. I don't remember it, but this is when I first started doing comedy. This nigga said this shit at the open mic. It stuck with me. He said,
what'd he say, Craig?
He said, this girl invited me to church. And I responded, bitch, are they fucking at the church? I'm about fucking. Are they fucking at the church?
Hey, but look, that is the mind state when a stranger female is talking to you most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's scary that people have to hear that reality, but that's what it is. When you're talking to a woman you don't know, are they fucking at the church should be a card you pass out.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's so
I'm Deacon Dickum. Are they fucking at the church?
Right.
Yeah, that's funny.
Damn it. We can sit out. I'll listen to the scripture if you give me some pussy.
I forgot to put a disclaimer that I forgot he be cussing. So I forgot. Put away the children. This is not for the ears of the children. I forgot to put it.
I tolerate you momentarily for all you have to give.
That's some ill shit, man.
Because if you really, what else they got to give you? What else do they got?
So what he's saying doesn't sound pretty, but I believe he's saying what a lot of men are thinking when they talk to women who are Christian.
Oh, okay.
Well, mother-in-law said, the Lord has somebody for you. It's his timing. Preach to him, mother-in-law. Don't worry about what they think. There you go. So what do y'all think about that little snippet?
This guy, like who is that? I don't even know. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're some prize.
He's a comedian.
He's not funny. I didn't even understand what he was talking about.
Yeah, we can watch it some more. Want to watch it some more just to get a better idea what he's saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much some more. A little more.
Okay.
At the give, girl, your thing is your value right now because of how you acted. Let me tell you something, man. Why do you think it's so hard?
Because she got body.
Why do you think it's so hard to find a good woman?
Oh,
I would
man.
love for anybody in here to answer that. Why do you think it's hard to find a good woman?
Man, I could give.
Like you said,
I would love to hear what D has to say about it.
me. I don't know about finding a woman. It's probably about the same as finding a decent dude, I guess.
I know what
Times
the
have
reason is.
changed. and all
Please
that.
tell me then, Craig,
I
because D
did-
copping out.
It's science, man. It's called decision-making fatigue.
Oh shit, Craig got another good one here.
It's called
decision-making fatigue.
decision-making fatigue is the actual thing. The brain is only capable of making so many good choices in a day. And human beings aren't supposed to be in societies with this many people and this many decisions in front of them. You know, on a daily, we probably make 500-600 decisions and we're not even aware of it. If we were in a different society, you know, we may have 2 women to choose from,
village or
2
whatever,
jobs to
right.
choose from, you know, 2 or 3 real problems that we have to solve on a daily. But us, we hop in our car, we in and out of traffic, we got to solve those problems. We got to find parking spaces. Then we got to figure out what we're going to eat. Then we got to figure out what we're going to wear. All these are decisions that cause decision-making fatigue. You know, at the turn of the century, most men had 1 pair of jeans, 1 suit, one one shit to go to the gym in or whatever. A closet would be 4-5 outfits. But it's
Okay. Does it help? Did that clarify a little bit more what you're saying?
Yeah.
My mother-in-law in her comments say.
I don't know what the fuck.
He wants the black cat.
The fat guy is long gone. He's long gone. You 2 years late, Grandma. You 2 years late.
Okay. What do you ladies think about what little bit we watched?
I agree with the lady who's in the middle. I think it's equally difficult because nowadays dating is using people. Like that's what it is now. Men use women for sex, as he stated, and women use men for money, whatever it may be. So I think it's equally as difficult. Everyone's using somebody for something. Nobody is wanting to be genuine. Nobody's wanting to do for the other person as far as going into a relationship. So I think it's difficult on both sides.
Oh yeah.
And everyone thinks they know everything. Nobody's willing to learn how to be a better person. Everyone has the answers. So yeah.
That's true. It's gotten so bad. It's gotten to the point where it's like, if you're not going into dating using that person for something, you're gonna get played. And it's like nobody's going into it, like Trim just said, like nobody's authentic anymore. It's you're putting on a mask to get something out of somebody. And I'm guilty of it. I'm very guilty of it. If I can't get nothing out of you, nigga, why are you around? You know what I mean? So, but that's just me though. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. But that's their new reality.
Yeah.
What's love? What's love? Love's not paying bills. So, but that's bad. That's not good, right? But I don't know.
I feel like marriage rates are definitely going to drop. Like with our generation coming up, I don't see a lot of us getting married. Like the way, like the structure of it, and like the way that men and women talk about each other is very disturbing to me because just the things that they say and the comfortability of it to say, like, are we fucking in the church? Like,
right.
That made my jaw like, because I'm sitting up here like, just the things that are being said is so people are starting to really get honest about how they truly feel. And it's like, I guess in some ways it's better that people are getting honest about what they're saying. But at the same time, it's scary. Like, that's how you really think. And that's how you really move. And that's what your plan and your goal really is. It's disturbing. And, like, another reason why I've stopped dating, also to work on myself, focus on myself. But also because the mentality of men and women is very gross to me.
Yeah.
And it's a big turnoff for me to not even want to, because I don't know what you're really thinking. I don't know what your intentions are. And I don't want to have a kid with somebody that I know isn't going to do, just like there's so many factors of it. And it's just becoming a dangerous game that I feel like I don't really want to play anymore. And I'll date.
Amen.
Again, when God say I'm ready. But right now, like I said, I've really lost the desire because of the things that people say and the way that they behave. It's just a big turnoff for me.
In Oklahoma, everybody had a gun.
Oh, she's not catching up. That's why she's responding to past ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
she's talking about when I was talking about the
because she's still that's why.
Yeah. These
she's
are
not on, like the exact same time.
They're coming through as I'm going in and out of screens. The world, what a man said, the world wants to erase history when they were getting married before sex, or if you got her pregnant, you were getting married. Yeah, it did used to be like that.
It's definitely
but nowadays it's like baby showers are the new weddings. And
right.
Yeah.
Nowadays baby showers are the new weddings, and nowadays people don't feel the need to get married because it's a trend to do everything you're supposed to do as a wife.
What is she talking about?
Yeah, what happened to him? They know you are attracted to the gunman. I don't know.
I told y'all she's watching.
We've
already right. Yeah.
Okay. We are new creatures of Jesus. Get over the gang shit.
Can someone tell her to like skip to the end of the thing where it's all red?
She's
like,
tell her to move forward on the
She might have to like skip to the thing because like afterwards. Because we're like over that part. I said what I did, and I'm trying to say that I'm trying to change and changing, and I don't want to keep bringing it up. So tell her to skip.
So funny.
I'm not dating gangsters no more.
Go through all that to end up in prison.
I just said I'm not going to jail. I just said that.
We know you ain't going to jail. Her comments are just hilarious. We have to show it. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, I think that's another thing too. Is that because sex is so easily accessible, men don't find the need to marry like they used to because they know, I don't got to marry her. I can get some free la for way over this side of town from these chicks. They have a like that's one thing that dude did say, that the options are broader than they used to be. Like it used to be, if you wasn't married, you wasn't getting no cool unless you was going to the whole house.
Right.
Your camera went out, Tia.
Oh, am I here? Sorry.
It's blacked out. But yeah, you wasn't. They knew. There you go. They knew you wasn't get. They knew they wasn't getting unless they was paying for it at the whole house or getting married. Now they don't even have to pay for it. All they got to do is buy a meal. Some folks they ain't even got to do that.
It's because marriage, I feel like, is no longer valuable to people. But as the years and generations go by, marriage is losing their value. Its value. Like I don't see
it hasn't lost its value. It's people choose not to value it and then wonder why their lives are in chaos.
Yeah, because it's so easy to get out of, and it's normalized to get out of. All you got to do is say he was a narcissist, and people will understand. You don't even got to explain the actual story of why you got divorced, so on and so forth. It can just be, oh, he was a narcissist.
That's what I'm hearing.
We understand. So I think a lot of men are refusing to get married because they know that all it takes is for her to not feel good anymore.
Yeah.
To not, to be bored, I just want to get back to myself and love myself all over again and be myself. That's all it takes for her to just say, okay, I want a divorce. And then on top of that, he still has to pay her alimony, even though she asked for a divorce. And so a lot of men are like, I'd rather just stick it in without having to commit, because you're probably gonna leave me when you get bored, tired, you're not happy anymore. So I'd rather just put it in and not want to get married. That's why they be like, marriage is just a piece of paper. It's just a piece of paper.
Yeah,
Because
she
they
gonna
know
give it to
that
me
they will.
anyway.
Mm. Would y'all sign a prenup?
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah.
Because I know all these years I've probably been stealing some money from you. So I'll be good, you know? Taking money out of his account, putting it in my own account. So I'll be fine, you know?
I'm like, well, I mean, as long as your man knows, that's that's what
Oh, he
it
has
should
to
be.
know. It's like, no, yeah, he would know.
Don't be listening to her. Don't be listening to her. What a man said, it makes it harder for women like y'all because sex is like a conversation now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like old folks used to say, why buy the cow when you can get the
Right.
milk for free?
Free. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And that's what's happening. A lot of they giving it out for free, and then women are wondering why don't he respect me? Why whatever? And it's like because you don't respect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these folks, a lot of women don't respect themselves, and men know whether and can look at you and tell if you respect yourself and value yourself. Like that dude, like he won't like that Corey Holcomb. He's funny. He cracks me up. He's like a raw kind of. A lot of people don't like his rawness, but one thing he did say, like he said, your value is between your legs, and he's saying that because that's what a lot of not just men think, but that's what a lot of women think.
Mm.
That their value is between their legs. So they get a man, they give him the kulala, and think that's supposed to keep it like, oh, he my man now. I gave him the kulala, you my man now. And that's not how that works. In our minds, it might, because really you give your body over to somebody, you have spiritually married yourself to them. So your spirit feels like you're married to them now.
Mm-hmm.
So you always hear people say, "Oh, women always fall in love. A lot of times, fall in love with the first person they have sex with, because your soul has married to them."
Right.
What a man said, but that still makes y'all way more attractive than these thoughts.
Period. He knows. My brother knows.
Okay, so we'll move on from that. I want to know what have you guys, is there a discussion about marriage in the dating sector?
I'm trying to get past third date. I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet. Well, I guess maybe on the first date, like casually bringing it up. But it's like nowadays, like if you go on dates with guys and you bring that up, like I'm gonna say whatever I want to say. I don't believe in that. Like, oh, don't talk about such serious stuff on dates, blah 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 blah. No, I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna ask what I want to ask. Okay, and if you don't like it, then whatever. But if you ask like serious questions, like, oh, do you want kids, or oh, do you think about marriage and stuff like that, like. Some men get turned off and be like, oh, well, why are you asking that? That's what they used to do. Now I'm 32, and so guys that I'm dating now are like in the marriage minded. But when I was like in my early 20s, ask a dude that, oh no, honey, they running for the hills and messing with the other hoe down the street.
So you're saying that the discussion of marriage is a deterrent in this dating market currently?
Well, when I was dating casually, yes, it was.
Yeah. I was gonna say with Corey Holcomb, he sound like the kind of women he attracts is dirtbags,
right?
Because of the kind of person he is. That's what I was thinking. That's what I wanted to say. Because he talking about where there's no good women. We can't see. There you go. As you can't find no good women. He's not the kind of guy a lot of women would, you know what I mean? Like that a decent woman would date.
Yeah.
He just doesn't, you know what I mean? He just doesn't come off to me like somebody that a woman with, you know what I mean, with some sense, with some peace, with some wisdom would choose him. So he dates the kind of women he attracts.
Right.
And although it is like, it's good that he's honest, I think guys like him seem like the type of person where they say, oh yeah, I want a friendly, fit, feminine women, and they kind of take advantage of her.
Yes.
In a sense where, yeah, like he's honest and things like that, but at the same time, he
Mhm.
still doesn't take certain things into consideration if he were to have a woman like that. Like, I think men like that, they need the angry yada 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 women, because that seemed like the only way that they would bond, as opposed to if he had a woman who didn't really like to argue, he had a woman that was peaceful, things of that nature, he wouldn't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Trent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. Oh yeah, I totally agree with that. And I think that's a lot of us with people that are dating and feeling like, oh, why do I have this problem in dating? Why do I have this issue in dating? And in reality, a lot of the issues people have in dating is because of themselves. It's because of who they're attracting. And you're attracting the kind of people you're attracting because of who you are.
Yeah.
And I had to, when I was younger, I was like Yahira, like I attracted the drug dealers, the gangsters. I was young. Again, I got married really young. I was really young, 19. I was Hira's age when I got married. But when I did date, those were the kind of dudes that I attracted, the drug dealers. And it was like, what can you do? Your mindset is a certain way, and it oozes out when you think a certain way. It oozes out of your pores.
They're easy to catch too. Gangbangers and drug dealers, they easy to catch. You just gotta smile at them.
You don't gotta have no standards. I've never put dated gangbang around.
No, and if you do have standards, when dating a gangbanger, like, because
that's so no, that don't even.
No, listen. There was a time like this is when it goes back to what I'm saying, when he told me that he was more comfortable with the other girl. Like what I mean by that is, I guess, like, when I did still have some sorts of standards, like I didn't want to go hit licks with him, and I didn't want to go do this with him or do that with him. Yeah, of course, I was obviously, a little fucked up to be dating him in the first place, but I still drew the line at some point. And he told me that he wasn't comfortable with me no more, and he wanted to go be with the girl that was just gonna let him run loose. But I will say, like, you do attract people that are on your level. So when I was on that level, like, of course I'm gonna attract those type of people. And like, but this is why I'm definitely taking a break, because there's a lot of things I need to learn. I'm immature in some ways, and I can admit that. I definitely have to learn how to talk, like, nicer when I'm arguing or when I'm upset, because I'm not very nice when I get upset, and like my mouth get really, really slick, and I start saying stuff that even shock me. But I definitely need to take a break for that. But I will say, like, marriage, like, it was kind of a conversation when I was younger, but it was more like fantasy for me. Like, it felt like fantasy, because I was like 15, 16 years old, and I was living pretty fast. I lived a pretty fast life. And it felt more like a fantasy. And like, the older that I get, the oldest guy I've dated was like 27. So that was definitely interesting.
You said what?
You said what?
Repítelo, por favor.
Okay. The oldest guy I've ever dated was about 27.
Okay.
And how old were you?
19. A couple months ago. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta catch up. Gotta catch you up. But marriage,
was it good? Was it like a good relationship?
No.
Right.
I
27 and you're 19.
I had some assumptions that this man would be a little bit smarter because he was older, or like, no, but it was a mistakeful assumption. This man asked me what a torso was.
Oh.
And I almost lost my mind. I couldn't take it anymore.
Oh man.
Told me that a judge and a lawyer are the same thing.
Yeah, we can't correlate.
Yeah, for sure.
So I definitely had a learning experience where I learned that even though you have a certain age under your belt, does not make you smart, or does not make you, you might have more experience or whatever, but that doesn't mean that you learn from your experience. just means that it happened, because clearly it just wasn't like that. But
Okay.
Just from Holy Ghost filled men or Republican.
Or Republican, she said. Remember that. She said
Or
or.
oh
Oh
goodness.
man, that is hilarious. Oh, B. It's one of the folks from the YouTube group. Hey, M, popping in to drop a like. Thanks, B. Thanks for coming through.
Thanks.
She be moderating for all the big YouTube channels. She be on fire.
Mm.
And your grandma said, "Tell it, Trinity." She just catching up. She said, "No, y'all late. Oh, y'all late."
Wait, which
Okay.
part is she on?
I don't know. She'll get caught up. And B said, "Conservative man." Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, conservative man. You know, with values in marriage and you know, like what is the word? What is the word? Help me out. The word, like being a husband and a wife, traditional roles, and believing in traditional roles. But how do y'all feel about traditional roles as single women? How are y'all? What are y'all's thoughts about if and when y'all do get married, having traditional roles, mothering, wifing? How do y'all feel about that?
Heck yeah. Well, I definitely want that. But mine is a little different because I don't want kids. So mine's a little harder because it's like you want a traditional family, but you don't want kids. So I don't know how that part's going to work. But yeah, I definitely want him to go make the money and bring it home, and I cook the bacon. And
You don't want children? Why?
there's just nothing. I don't know. There's just nothing about kids that I find like appealing. Like I don't find the getting pregnant part, being pregnant for 9 months, then you gotta have it, then you gotta have them for 18 years, and then hell, look at me. My mom and dad still have to be babying me sometimes, and I'm 32 years old. It's like I don't want to have to be responsible for somebody for the rest of their life. Like that's like I don't know why people want kids. I don't get it. I don't know. I just nobody has kids, and I'm like, oh, I want that. Like I'm like, ugh, no, it's a nightmare. Hearing babies cry and shit, ugh. I don't know. Maybe
I'm
I'm
definitely not.
It is
I'm
kind of
definitely not opposed to the traditional roles. I actually don't mind it. I think it would just depend on my husband. I think that if my husband is me personally, I think like if my husband is like, hey, let's work, whatever, I wouldn't want to I wouldn't want to work a regular job after having kids. Still wouldn't mind working. But as far as, like a regular gotta clock in, go to drive, clock in, something like that, I would not want to do. But so if my husband I wouldn't mind having a husband who's like, oh yeah, let's work, grind, go get it. And then when we got the money to actually have kids, then we could have them, and then go on to me not working and taking care of the kids. That I wouldn't mind.
Yeah. What about you, Hara?
To be honest, I've been kind of flip-flopping about what I want in my future, like having kids or not having kids. Because like Tia said, it sounds like a lot of work. But then again, I'm like, I'm only 19. So I'm like, I'm probably not going to think about kids like, oh, I can't wait to be. No, I'm 19, So like my 25, 26-year-old self is going to be different. And I might, want to have it more. But who I am today, right now, it don't really sound very appetizing to have, like, have to worry about, like, focus on my career. Because I don't really see myself really genuinely wanting to be a stay-at-home mom, especially with the career that I want. Like, being a lawyer, like, when I become a lawyer, right, and to have kids and put all of that on the line, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. If I have to become a stay-at-home mom from when I was wearing them fire pantsuits and I was in the office like bang, and then all of a sudden I'm at home. So it's like I don't know how I would feel. So I definitely am just gonna take into consideration that I'm 19.
Yeah,
and my ideas will possibly change, but I don't know.
Yeah, you still like you said, you still young. You got time to think about it. B said, "How old is Tia?" My cousin had to grow out of that selfish stage. Me too. Didn't want as a teen. Tia is not a teen.
Period. Thank
Do you wanna tell her how old you are, Tia?
I'm 32 years young, and when I was 19, I wanted kids. I wanted 5. I wanted a big family. I got older. I'm like, I like my life. I like it how it is. I low key don't even want. I was telling mom the other day, I don't even want to live with my husband. I mean, I'm gonna do that. That's OD. Like that's too much. I'm gonna. But like, I do want separate bedrooms, and like, I need my own independence. You know, I don't want to take care of people.
If we had enough space and money, we would have separate rooms.
I say that all the time. I say that all the time.
Yeah. We would totally have, yeah, and I think if you can afford it, I think it helps couples to have separate rooms if you can.
Because who wants to spend like the rest of your life in the same bed as someone else?
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate sleeping in the same bed. I'm not saying that. I know that myself and my husband, we would both really appreciate our own spaces where I'm not digging through his stuff and my stuff ain't all in his way, and where he can have his own private space and all that stuff. So I think if you can afford it and you can do it, I think it's helpful to relationships and marriage. Yeah. I have to say, as a mother, being someone who's been a mother since I was 15 years old, my baby is here watching. I have to say, if I would have known what it was like being a mother before having children, I don't think I would have ever wanted to have children either.
Dang.
I have to say, I don't think I would have wanted to be a mother if I would have known. But at the same time, having children if you ain't doing it for God, if you're not doing it for God, you're wasting your time and energy. It has to be for God. If you're not getting married for God to glorify the Lord, you're wasting your energy, because any other reason to have a family, you're going to be disappointed. So if you're not doing it because God said this is your husband, God said have you some babies, you're not. Oh, that's her cat. Her cat
I'm
over
gonna
there
beat your ass.
Destroys her fur baby. But at the same time, I don't regret having children. I'm so blessed that I have children because my children are older. When they were small, I used to be like, oh, I can't wait till they get older. I used to say that all the time. He'd be like, no, girl, you don't want them to be teenagers. You're gonna regret that. You're gonna miss them being small. I do not. I miss them being small. I do not miss them being small in the least, in the slightest. I love having older children. I love that my children are teenagers and a couple of adults, an almost adult and a full adult, where it's like when you instill in them the right things like positivity and praise and healthy things, they're able to feed that back to you. Like my children can encourage me the way I encourage them. Yeah. I think that's the best part I think that's the best part of being a mother. Once you've done the groundwork, they have a foundation of love and kindness and intelligence, and they're powerful people. Then they can recite back to you what you instilled in them and be a blessing to you, rather than folks terrorizing children when they're small and then wondering why the children's terrorizing them as adults.
That's deep. Yeah.
So that I'm not a small. Maybe I might be a little bit more now because I'm older. With the small children, I might be a little bit more. But when I was younger, small children was not my thing. Wasn't my thing. Them being small, but having older kids, I very much enjoy my children being older.
I've noticed that women who actually enjoy
Margaret. Yeah.
I've noticed that the women who, like they look like they genuinely enjoy being mothers and being wives are the ones who actually did it right.
Right.
Those are the ones who they got married and they waited with their husbands and enjoyed their lives as just husband and wife, and then they had kids, but they had money when they had kids. It's usually the women that, mom, you don't do it right,
Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right.
And so they, they kind of experience. So when I see those women who like genuinely enjoy being mothers, it's because they actually did it.
You're right.
Correct.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. That's why I encourage you to do it the way you said, just that way you said. Get to know yourself, get to know your spouse before you start popping out babies. Because you get women, a lot of these folks think having a baby is bringing folks closer together, and it is not. Having a baby is not going to bring you closer to that man. It's not going to make your relationship closer at all. It's going to make
right when they
things.
break up.
That's right, because she acting crazy because she's hormonal and pregnant, and the men is like, I didn't sign up for this.
Mm-hmm.
And Lord Jesus, it's just that is you right. We just seen a bunch of these celebrities. That's the first thing they do: get pregnant and break up.
Right, and it be with the celebrities who they'll be together for years,
Mhm.
and then she get pregnant,
Mhm.
and then they break up.
Yeah.
That stuff
yeah.
is so sad.
Yeah, it is sad. It is sad. Tearing up families. Your grandmother's still behind on the video. She said, I thought you said 57. You was talking about this. Here the guy 27.
Oh no, what? What? No.
What a man said. Y'all so honest. Great show.
I feel
Yeah.
like I don't
Thanks.
want to hate my children when I have them.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
what I've noticed is I'm sure we've all heard a story or two about what women do when they have their kids and they end up hating them. That those dumpster stories, those microwave stories, like going completely insane.
Mhm.
It's very sad, and I definitely don't want to have a certain type of resentment toward my kid and say, "Oh, you ruined my life. I was gonna be da 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 da," because it's not fair.
Yeah.
You know, the kid didn't do anything but be born. It's your fault. It's nobody else's fault. I don't want to be a mother that doesn't take accountability at all and say, I had you, wasn't perfect, but whatever. And it's like, that's why I'm learning, like, now I really want to slow down with everything that I do and be present in every single moment of every phase of my life. Because a lot of my life, I moved very, very fast. I didn't appreciate this part of my life. Now it's over. Didn't appreciate that part of my life. Now it's over. I never took time to actually be like, okay, this is who I am now. This is where I'm going. I enjoy this part of my life. This part of my life is fun. I don't have to rush into nothing and say that I want to have kids, or like, now I'm like, I'm comfortable with saying I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with saying when someone asks me a question, do you want to have kids? I'm comfortable with saying, I don't know. Instead of spending time to make this big story like, oh yeah, I want, 3, I want 2 boys and a girl. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I just am comfortable with saying, well, you know what? I'm 19. I have my own apartment and I have a kitty. And I'm happy. And I'm satisfied, even though he just knocked and broke my glass cup. So, if it was a human child,
At least she can give them back.
right? I probably never, but if it really came down to it, I could drop him off.
I would. Done it before.
You have. I was
Okay,
thinking about
that's
that trend.
Okay.
We felt
But
that.
that's why we don't have babies.
Yeah.
I definitely gave that dog back as
We're
soon as he
not
started acting up.
We're not ready.
Yeah.
I was thinking why.
Seriously though,
Yeah.
I feel happy that I can say I don't know and that I'm just content where I am, because everything that I went through is now over. The good and the bad. And I barely remember half of it. I remember some things, but not enough to say that I was content in that moment. And now today I can say, you know what? I'm content in this moment. I'm here.
Oh, that's right.
It feels different.
That's a blessing. That is such a blessing. Yes, being content. What a man, drop some dollars on us. Thank you, What a man. We're gonna give him a standing ovation. Yes, honey.
That's so cute.
Thank you, What a man, for being a blessing to the show. And and your mother and grandmother are still catching up. You said you wanted 5.
Oh God.
I went 0. Yeah.
It's more funny because she's so
long ago was that?
behind. Now when she says it, it just sounds funny. Like
That
what?
is so funny. Yeah. And that's it. That is you hit the nail on the head, Jakara, with being content with where you are. And that's why T is so happy enjoying her life. That's why Trent's so happy enjoying her life. Y'all are so wise in taking the time to appreciate your time to yourself. Appreciate that time to yourself. Like that's why you hear women, they get in these relationships and I gotta think about myself. And I'm like, lady, you had 20 plus years to do that. Now all of a sudden you have a husband and children and you want to think about yourself?
Right.
It's too late.
What?
Right.
You already
I mean,
made
I
that
could.
decision. It's too late.
I could honestly say that I've never been this at peace with being by myself. Like I've never been that. I love the fact that I can come home and take a nap, wake up, eat, go to the bathroom, go back to bed. I love that I could do that. I love the fact that I can be here and just enjoy talking, really be talking to God, but be talking to myself, and be making all these different scenarios. What girl? Man, please. And I can do that without anyone thinking I'm crazy. I can talk to myself. I've never been this at peace where I can be excited just to go to bed. Just to go to bed, gets to be in a cozy, let me turn on my heat up blanket and just be satisfied. And it's like, yeah, I've never really been in this space in my life, and I love it.
It's a blessing, yeah.
Agreed.
So B said something is distracting. I don't know what she's hearing. It's a bit distracting. I don't know what she's hearing. I don't hear anything. Grandma Tweety said, Tia, you need to stop lying. Oh, that's what she's still catching up. Yahira and Trinity can wait. Yes.
Yes. Didn't you hear us say we can wait, Grandma?
Yes.
Ain't nobody in the rush. Trust.
Grandma.
She got enough grandkids. She don't need none from me. And she got to take care of me. If I bring a kid in, who's the blessing's gonna go to? I can imagine having a kid and my mom is like, oh, I just bought your baby something. What about me? I'm the baby.
Oh.
No. Right.
That's what I told my kids when I'm like, y'all have babies while y'all living here. That baby getting everything.
Yeah, that's why we ain't having them. I'll be darned.
Yeah. There's no rush, and you ladies are so wise in just enjoying your time to yourself because there's nothing like it. I never had that time. Me and my husband, we never had that time to ourselves. But by the grace of God, we were blessed enough to grow together to appreciate our time as individuals together.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And that's rare. That's very rare. It was ugly. That was ugly. That process of having to mesh your life with somebody. You never got to experience your life for yourself. You don't really know who you are. You got kids, you got a husband, you don't know who you are, can be you can feel lost when you feel like, everybody looking at you like you have everything, but you're lost because you don't know who you are. I remember Howard was small. She asked me, Auntie Margie, what's your favorite color? And I'm like, I don't know. She like, Auntie Margie, you don't know what your favorite color is?
Oh.
It was like I did, but I was so it was like orange has always been my favorite color, but it was like, you go through back and forth with your identity and what you like and what you don't like. And so I struggled with that for a little while. But I'm in these days knowing more of who I am in the Lord and appreciating my crazy, accepting my flaws and all that stuff, accepting my husband's flaws, and being at peace with where we are. Yeah, for sure. And I want to encourage more young women like yourselves to not just enjoy being single, but also to look forward to the realities of marriage, like being ready to go to war type. Like look at it like getting prepared to go to battle. Because marriage is a battle. It's marriage. So when you get married, everything around you is going to come against you in your marriage. That's why people, like you said, and even we see that a lot. People are together for years and years, and then they get married, and then they get divorced. They're married for less time than they were actually dating, because that marriage is under attack. And if they don't realize that it's a spiritual thing, it's a spiritual battle, they think it's over. They think, well, it's over. We can't get over this. We can't get over that. It's over. But that's exactly what the devil wants.
That's deep.
It's natural to enjoy that time finding yourself. Don't wait too long.
I'm gonna wait as long as Jesus tell me.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you gotta do what God tell you to do, because women are having babies well into their 40s and 50s now.
Oh no,
if they decide, but it is happening.
Oh,
You know
hell.
what I mean?
Yeah. But they too, they also look like they do enjoy, like,
And they're
doing this.
happy,
Like,
yeah.
they look so happy, and like,
Yes.
yes, like, I'm glad I wait. That I will agree. But
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like there's no limit on that. Like, I feel like there's no limit on waiting. Like, because everyone is different. Like, there's so many expectations in the world. Like, you gotta get married at this age. You gotta have your first kid at this age. You gotta do this at this age. I'm not really a rule follower. So, I mean, I'm gonna do my own thing. And when I'm ready, I'm gonna be ready. And I don't know when that will be. But I know that I'll at least be set up, if that makes sense.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I set up before I do all that stuff, because it's too much work. Like, to come home and you got a wife and a wife, and you are a wife and you got a husband and kids, and everybody's looking at you, waiting on you to make moves and do this and do that, and you gotta have like a partnership for the rest of your life, and you gotta know how to communicate and how to move around and maneuver around someone else that has their own feelings. Everybody in that house is a human being with different feelings, with different emotions, with different everything. And you got to learn every person in your house. That's a lot of work, because honestly, I learned, like, communicating with someone is almost like learning a language, like how a person communicates and how they react to certain things. You got to learn all that, and then learn your kids. And then if you have animals, you got to learn them too. So it's like, and then you got coworkers, you got to learn that too. Like, that's a lot. So if you're not mentally prepared and you're not mentally ready, you're going to kill everybody in that house.
Yes, and it does happen.
Yeah, and I don't think that people should, of course, you shouldn't rush into marriage, but I think it's a different story if you're sleeping with everyone. I think it's a different story. Like, if you're someone you're genuinely enjoying being single because you're by yourself, I think that's a different story. But most people, when they're enjoying being single, like, I don't hear so many, like, women, they can be in their 40s. They're in their 40s, like, oh yeah, I've been single for 18 years.
Dang.
And she got a list. She got a whole list of men that she done slept with in all the 18 years. So it's like, technically, you haven't really been single that long.
Right.
You're still sleeping around. So I think it's different. Like, when I hear that a woman is 30-something years old and she's still single, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I think if she's wanting to get married and she's saying she's having a hard time getting married because she's sleeping around with people, I think that's a different story.
Yeah.
I think it's different.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like single is being single.
Motherhood was and is the best. It is. It was and is the best for sure. I agree with everything you ladies are saying. You guys got so much common sense. It's so weird.
Because common sense ain't common.
It is not common. And I just, like I said, like my mother-in-law said, give them Jesus. If you ain't doing that, you wasting the children's lives. You're wasting your energy. If you're not raising your children up in a way that glorifies God, if you're not constructing your marriage in a way that glorifies God, it is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. A lot of folks is not doing that with their families. Is just having babies, just getting married, just to say they got kids, just to say they married, and not glorifying the Lord whatsoever, which is why a lot of people are turned off by the idea of a family.
Correct.
Because it looks like a nightmare.
It does. Like, that Night Bitch movie turned me completely off. I was ready to go freeze my eggs, take my uterus out, and some more shit. I was like,
You said what movie?
But that movie, the night
It's
bitch.
called The Night Bitch.
It's
But
actually
that
called
movie
that.
also did show how the issue comes on both sides. That's what I liked about that movie. It showed he's sitting there thinking everything's okay because she's not communicating to him.
She's telling him everything's okay.
Yeah, she's telling him everything. So he, in his mind, he's like, "Oh, get to have sex, and yeah, this is great." Yeah, but she's struggling and not expressing it. And then I thought it was good because they showed the issues on both sides. It wasn't just
I like when they
oh,
got back
motherhood is
together.
hard. Yeah, they showed why there are the possibilities of why motherhood is hard and why things. I did like that movie.
It's a good movie when you get to watch it. I think that is a very realistic rendition of what marriage and family looks like when you have children and you got a working husband and she's a stay-at-home mom and that baby she like looking at that baby. I'm like, I don't care how good your life is when you first have a baby and you know and I guess if you're not prepared, if you don't have the right support, it can be overwhelming. Having that baby the first time, looking at that baby, the baby talking to you and asking all the questions, and it can be overwhelming. It can be very overwhelming, but it's also a beautiful thing. I agree with my mother-in-law. Being a mother was great. It was great, but am I gonna have any more? I'm like Hyra. I don't know. I'm young enough to to still be between the two. Will I not? I'm not sure. But I'm not stuck. Yes, I am, or no, I'm not. I'm like whatever the Lord says and allows, I will do.
I would love
Just
that.
cussing the cat.
Be a new aunt again.
I sure did.
Cuss out the cat.
Yes, I did.
Okay,
Yes,
well,
I did.
if y'all are watching and you haven't liked or commented or subscribed yet, do that right now while you're watching. And did you ladies have any last comments or thoughts you wanted to put in before I let y'all enjoy y'all's Sunday evening?
This is really
I like
fun.
to see you guys again.
I love you all so much.
This
I
is
may
really
or
fun.
may not be able to go to the next Sunday
In 2
one
weeks.
because
Okay.
I might have to work. Yeah.
In 2 weeks. Okay. That's fine. We'll still be here if have at least one of you
I'll be here.
in 2 weeks. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be here. I don't got nothing to do on the weekend.
All right. We'll tune in to the next episode of Wifery Garden. This was fire. This was so much fun. And you guys are so interesting and honest. And I appreciate y'all's honesty. If you're in the comments, if you have any last thoughts, any last words you want to say before we rush up out of here. Again, thank you. What a man. One of my most loyal fan. Another comment. That's what husbands for. She getting to the end. So thank you,
Almost there,
mother-in-law.
Grandma. Keep pushing, Grandma.
I'm gonna call her after.
Yeah, thank you, mother-in-law, for watching. You are just absolute comedy in and of yourself. And I love you, ladies. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Catch us in 2 weeks. Lord willing, will be what is 2 weeks from now? 2 weeks, the 16th. February. Yeah. February 16th. My baby has a birthday. She'll be 23 next time we see her face.
Dang.
It's so crazy. I feel like just the way I've been living, I've been feeling in my 23, 24 for the past. But thank the Lord Jesus, every day is my birthday.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
He gave me a day to see. Huh?
Amen. She said hallelujah. Well, thank you, ladies, again. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And we'll see y'all in 2 weeks in the Wifery Garden. I think I'll be live, if not tomorrow, Tuesday.
Okay.
Deuces, y'all. I love you guys.
I love you guys.
I love you. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know how to leave out of this.
Hit the X on the bottom
Oh,
underneath the screen.
I'm just gonna go like that.
Okay, baby.